Hello everyone and welcome to the qualifying of the Formula.Talks Gp. We are here on Hockenheim today. Here is the first guy on his outlap with hardstyle mini in the Williams. As we see a lot of drivers now going for their first lap at the Hockenheim circuit. Here comes hardstyle mini for the first time of the day. The time they all have to beat it's a 1:14.6. Now will we see some other drivers come across the line as well? I think Punku is also setting his lap time, as we see the Haas, and now Punku second place, 14.5, and there is Max Tawan with a brilliant lap, it seems, 2 seconds faster than the rest of the grid. And now Formula Lap goes even quicker. It's all kicking off now here at Hockenheim. All the drivers setting their first lap times. Oh, and there is Felix with a 1:11.4, and now another one who goes quicker. It's all kicking off right now with BK. 1:11.3 is the time they've all got to chase right now. Now on board with Galactic Nerd on his hot lap. Let's see what he can do right now. As Bottas goes out of the way cleanly. Now Galactic Nerd, what can he do? Through the middle sector. Hard braking zone. Turns it in very nice. Seems like a good lap so far. Ooh, a bit wide at the exit. Now coming to the final. A lot of drivers now back on their out lap. Formula lap also with Jarno as well. Let's go on board with Formula lap. He's gonna try to improve his lap time. There he goes, onto the main straight. DRS wide open. To the first corner, keeps on the track nicely. Now into the hairpin. Pretty nice. Oh, looking pretty good as well. So as we see Dr. Stefan retiring from the session. Where did the... Ooh, and there is Vagos going off track. Yellow flags right now. Sector 1. Now back to Formula lap. What can he do on his lap time? Great run there. Now coming in the last sector. Where can he put his car? He's provisioning on P4. Will he go quicker? We will see it in a few moments. There he comes and across the line, and it's P1 provisionally. Great lap by Formula Lab. Takes provisional pole. 1/10 ahead of BK. Which... Oh, who is on his side lap? He started his lap right now. We'll go on board with him. But also with Jarno. It was a bit wide. I don't know if he got invalidated for that. I don't think so. And here we have Jarno. Also entering the last sector now. He got a purple middle sector, I think. So let's see what he can do from here. Going through the last couple of corners. Ooh, a bit wide. Now to the last corner, across the main straight. What can it get him? P1 by 0.2 of a second. Now going through to BK again. Also on his hot lap. As also a purple middle sector. The track is really getting faster and faster right now. Where can he put his car? Provisionally P3. What can he do? Through the last corner. Where can he get him? It is P2. P2. So it's Jarno, BK and Formula Lab the top 3. As we see NLP, who has retired as well, so it's all starting to kick off right now in quali. Jarno, you funny guy. Thanks for saying that I didn't say anything because my mic was not connected well. Now, Killian on his hot lap. Coming out of the hairpin right now. Coming here in front of the Mercedes grandstand. Nearing the end of sector 2. We will see if he is improving his time or not. And he is 0.2 of a second up on his previous time. He was P9. Yeah, I know, Jarno. Now, the racing point getting out of the way just in time, as now Killian will go into the final corner. Now across the line it will be P9, he stays P9. He will be a bit disappointed, as we will now go on board with Formula.Lap. On his out lap, can he put his car on pole? We will see the drivers now lining up for their last laps, and here he goes, Formula.Lap, for his last run probably of the day. Now going to the first corner. Oh, when he loses it and he's out. He is out of qualifying. Would you believe it? Oh my god. Formula.Lap has lost it in the first corner, and now we go on board with BK, also starting his hot lap. His final of the day goes to the first corner, and is he invalidated? I don't think so. He can keep on going right now into this preparation for the back straight. Now we'll pick up a slight piece of slipstream from Galactic Nerds. There he goes into the hairpin. BK now the exit. Can he get a good exit? Yes, he can. Okay, it's all kicking off right now. Now through turn 7. Great run. Can he? Ooh, he's down on his time by 46 1,000ths of a second. Now into 6. Yeah, great win, great win. Into the last couple of corners, as he now goes through turn 13, and now on the main straight. Where can he put his car? Can he put it on pole? Yes, he can. He's on provisional pole by 0.3 of a second. But now Jarno on his out lap. Now through the 6 curve, preparing for his last lap of the day, of qualifying at least. What can he do against BK? Ooh, his action is compromised, and he goes onto the grass, and that will compromise his lap. Now through turn 1, also a bit wide, still on board with him, as Felix 1 left the session. Oh, and he's aborted. Jarno has aborted his lap. Now Pocho, we go on board with him. Pocho now provisional P4. Where can he put his car? Probably one of the last drivers we will see right now, as everyone is completing their final laps. What can Pocho do? We'll check Max Tawan, P6 at the moment. Here is Galactic Nerd. What can he do? Can he improve his time from the previous lap? He's provisional P10, as a checkered flag is out. Where can he put his car? Is it P10 or is it? It's P3. What a lap by Galactic Nerd. Absolutely blows the rest away. P3 provisionally. Now going back to Pocho. Yes, indeed, Pocho. To the 6 curve. He's still on his lap. Yes. Now through the final couple of corners, what can he do from here? The track has been improved by quite a lot actually, so Pocho now coming across the main straight and across the line, he has aborted. He has aborted this lap, I think. Max Tawan, is he still on a hot lap? No, I don't think so. And I think everyone has finished their hot laps. Maybe Daz, yes, I'm spelling it right, I think. Here he comes across the main straight right now, and across the line it will be, he will stay in P14. And that's it for qualifying, I think. Or will we see another good time here from is XW? Provisionally P, no, he has aborted as well. So qualifying is done. BK67MG is on pole, ladies and gentlemen, as we see Jarno lining up next to him, sorry. So BK, Jarno and Galactic Nerd are the top 3 for the qualifying. Let's see what they can do in the race. Welcome everybody to the race of the Formula.Talks Gp. We are here at the Hockenheim circuit in Germany. As we see BK67MG lining up on pole position, and it will be Jarno in the McLaren next to him on the second place, who is disqualified from the formation lap. Not a big problem for him right there, but yeah. In third place we have Galactic Nerd in the Racing Point, and lining up next to him is Formula Lab. And P5 we have El Pocho next to his teammate Felix One, great driver, we showed that in Spa. P7 Maxta One next to Mi Mula. Then we have NLP, Formula Talks, the host of this event of course. Kilian, Botush, Mita, this. We have a lot of great exceptional drivers in this session. Also Capetti also disqualified. A lot of drivers actually not on the formation lap, as we can see right here. not big problems, but yeah. As we will now see the drivers approaching for the race start. And here they come on the grid. Everyone lining up in his spots. We are ready for this race. Waiting for the lights to go on and off, of course. There they go. It's 5 red lights. And away we go here at Hockenheim. It's a good start from Jarno, I think, who is in the McLaren. He's directly on the inside of BK. Will there be contact? No, BK goes wide and it's Jarno still in P2. Galactic Nerd in P3. As we see further down the grid, we have Formula.Talks already making a position on his teammates. Also, Felix One lost a lot of places. He's out of a session, I think. Ghosting car, so not in the session any longer. Now going back to the lead, it's BK still in the lead. We have a penalty for Mida with several collisions already. That's a bit early in the race, I'm not gonna lie. Now, still in the lead of this race. Jarno lining up in P2. As we go further down the grid, we have here a battle with the 2 Alfa Romeos and 2 Renaults. As we see a lot of ghosting cars in these early stages of the race. Formula.Talks P9 going a bit wide. Ooh, there is a Toro Rosso also. Ooh, and there's a crash. There is a crash of me, Eula, and it's also Dr. Stefan who's in the barrier. Did a Sebastian Vettel. Me and Eula is now getting penalties. And down into P20 of this race. That's a big disappointing moment for him. And Galactic Nerd is up into P2 as Jarno is down to P3 right now. Also we see Pocho in P3, P4 I mean, fighting for P2 as well. And now Jarno with the slipstream. Can he get past Galactic Nerds? Coming into the hairpin, can he make it? It's a bit later on the brakes. Can he keep it clean? Yes, he can. Nicely done by Jarno in the McLaren. Now El Pocho also right behind Galactic Nerd. Can he get into that fight as well? I don't think so at the moment. But he will wait his moments and get a good run on them probably, so. As we can see, Daze has gained already 6 positions in the early stages of this race, also using a lot of ERS, to be honest. Only 20% over with battery. As we see the leading 3 cars all still in the same order. BK lines up still in P1 as there's a yellow flag in sector 1, and there's a crash of NLP who's gone into the barrier. I don't know what happened there, but he's ghosting, so when he's left the session, okay. Formula.Talks in P15, I don't know what has happened. Wait, did he start on the mediums? I'm not sure about that. Oh, they have done a stop, so the guys from P15 to P20 have done already 1 stop, so Formula.Talks as well. Now back to the lead with BK, coming into the X curve. Brilliant line as Dr. Stefan retired. He died at the first corner, I think, or maybe died is not a good word, but crashed at least. Will we see a little thing of that on board with BK? I'm not sure if he's still there. Nope, he's gone already. No safety cars at this moment, but maybe they will still come. Now, Jarno, what can he do from his P2 spot? Get the DRS. Lap 4 on this race. Not using all of his ERS. He will try to conserve a bit of that. As we see Pocho now next to Galactic Nerd. Can he get a switchback? No, Galactic Nerd defines the position. And Pocho gets a bit of compromised at the exit. And now Formula Lab right on the tail of Pocho. Ooh, as he goes defensive in front of the Mercedes-Benz grandstand. Now we see Bottas pretty close to the back of Code Pukunku. All these names, bro, these are so hard names. Vagos as well. Can he get past SXW? Goes for the inside, will have the outside for the hairpin, but I think he's already passed. Yes. Can he fight back? Maybe. Oh, a late send by SXW, and Vagos can't defend on that one, but he will hold the position for now. As we see BK67MG getting a penalty for multiple warnings, so he is exceeding track limits, and Pocho now into P3. But can Galactic Nerd fight back at him? I think he will. On the back straight. Oh, it's 3 right now with Formula Lab, Pocho and Galactic Nerd, who will come out of top. I think it's Formula Lab, but Galactic Nerd sticks it to the inside. Can they hold it together? Yes, it is. Oh no, there was a bit of contact, and the Alfa Romeo of Max Tawan will get P4. As the two still battling out, Pocho now have to go wide for the racing point of Galactic Nerd. A lot of contact made, and Formula Lab gets his exit compromised, which means Max Tawan is in P3, and now Formula Lab is off the track. He is off the track and in P6. So we are seeing a lot of action right now at the moment, as BK dives into the pits already. P1 from the race now. Goes to the pits on lap 6 of this race. Jarno now in the clean air. As we go to the pit stop with BK. Ooh, he gets hold. I'm not sure if that was only on my screen or not, but I think it wasn't. There he comes, out of the pits. So he's now in P7. As Felix has rejoined the session right now, which is good to see. I hope we can see some great battles from him. As his car is still ghosting right now. But yes, we go on board again with Galactic Nerd and Pocho, who are still battling for P3 provisionally in this race. Pocho scintillates one to the inside, and Galactic Nerd has to give up the place and goes a bit wide. Will almost lose it, but keeps it on the track right now. As we now see them diving into the Sex curve. Brilliant corner here at the Hockenheim circuit. As we see Formula Lab already over the back of Bottas, already made a stop as well, so he's now on the medium tire compound. Can Bottas defend against him? Is Bottas can defend against him? We don't know. Bottas also on the medium tire, I think, as we now go to the leaders in the pits. I think these are all great stops, and yes. So Jarno has lost quite some time actually to BK, so the undercut has worked for BK67, and Jarno now a gap of 3 seconds, as there's a yellow flag in sector 3 for, I don't know, we don't see anything. No, nothing to see there. Now Killian provisionally in the lead of this race, of course, but that won't be for very long. As we see BK67 now already back into P2. Oh, and here is Mira. Can he send? Oh, he goes round the outside. We'll have the inside for the next corner. Can Capetti hold it round the outside? But Mira now, oh, it's very close, but they have great respect. Now they will be side by side into the next corner. And who is ahead? It is Capetti who is ahead, yes. The Haas. Oh, and there he goes again, Mida. Great move into Sex Curve. Lovely maneuver there from him. Now, Formula Lap. Right off the tail on El Pocho and Max Tawan. And this will be a three-way battle at the back straight, probably. Formula Lap goes a bit cautious into the first corner, which is always a smart thing to do here at Hockenheim. As there is contact and they will be held up a bit by Mida and Capetti. There is contact between Capetti and El Pocho as well. What can it... they are bumping into each other. So it will now be Formula Lap, and there is the racing point of Galactic Nerd. Can he get into that as well? No, a bit of contact made. And there's a crash. There is a crash of the racing point and the Ferrari of El Pocho. A shame to see that, because they were battling so nice, but it all was becoming a bit too tight at the moment. Now, Formula.Talks gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. That was from the crash. I don't know why he got a penalty for that, but I don't think that's pretty well deserved. I don't think he did something wrong right there, so... Now, again to this battle, Max Tawan and Formula Lap. Formula Lap will have the DRS down at the first straight, actually, I don't know. Now, to the back straight. Great exit of board. Formula Lap, can he get the DRS and the slipstream? Goes into hot lap mode. Can he gain fast enough on Max Tawan? Already sent one. Can he send one to the inside? He has a look, but he doesn't send it. Max Tawan holds his position for now. As we see Capetti going wheel to wheel with his teammate. Bottas and Capetti now haven't pitted yet, so... Who will pit earlier from these two guys? They are both on the medium tires. Now, Formula Lap still right behind Max Tawan. Here we are, still on board with Formula Lap. Max Tawan still right behind them. This will be a battle for the rest of the race, I think, if there is not any crashes. And now, Galactic Nerds for coming very close to Mida. Can he send one down to 6? No, we will hold it behind for a couple of corners probably, as he has to hold. Pretty weird moment right there. As we see BK now, can he get back into the lead of this race? We have Killian, of course, on a different strategy option. What can he do? BK, can he gain fast enough for really send one? Tries to go around the outside, but that was a bit too far back. Now we go back to Max Tawan, not close enough to Formula Lap at the moment. And here is Galactic Nerd and he's past Mida. And there's Formula.Talks as well. Can he get into that battle? There is contact with Capetti. Still Capetti fighting for that place. Oh, and now he's going right. So now we gave up to that. And now Mida. Don't send it. Goes back to the racing line. Galactic Nerd got a bit of a compromised line through there. Now back to BK. Can he get into the lead of this race once again? As we see through this battling, it allows Jarno to, oh, and he tries to send one, but Kilian defends the place. All this battling is allowing Jarno to catch back up again, of course. Now, can he get it now? As we see Kilian still in the lead of this race. Now Jarno is really catching up to this battle of these two guys. Kilian still yet to pit, of course. And BK is right behind this guy. But for how much longer can he defend? As we also see Formula.Talks right behind Galactic Nerd still. Galactic Nerd, I mean, sorry. Now, it will have to happen now for BK67MG. If he wants to keep that spot, because look at this, Jarno right behind them. Very nice angle. There they come. Out of the last corner. We have Kilian, BK and Jarno, who will come out on top. We go on board. Oh, and it's Jarno already ahead of BK. Can he go into lead of this race? Maybe run the outside. He dives it round. Ooh, there's a bit of contact made. Ooh, there's a lot of contact. As we see the cars a bit glitching into each other, and Jarno now into the lead of this race. Great move to send it round the outside there with the hairpin. And BK still side by side with Kilian. This is Kilian still defending that spot on his older medium tires. Great defending drive from Kilian right now at the moment. On his 12th lap old mediums. Gained 9 positions during this race already, but now he can't keep this very much longer, I think. He will have to go around the outside here. It's not an easy move. He goes off the circuit, but he is passed. Finally for BK, gets past Kilian. And now Jarno already 2.7 seconds ahead. So he is the real winner of that fight. And now we see Galactic Nerds behind Bottas. Ooh, a bit wide through the first corner. Galactic Nerd already lost 4 places in this race, qualified in P3 I mean, sorry. Great qualifying for him, but couldn't keep his place, sadly enough. Bottas also has the DRS from a back marker of NLP, who is out of the session. Ooh, Galactic Nerd goes in a bit deep, but now gets a nice exit. Great driving there from Galactic Nerd. Also Formula.Talks only 1 second of these guys. And now ooh, Kilian is back. He's come back at him. Would you believe it? Kilian is just back into P2. BK must be pretty mad right now, I think. Does he send one? No, he holds it behind for one more corner maybe. He will have to get past as soon as possible right now. He is holding him up massively. Already lost 4 seconds now to Jarno. Now he will get past. No ERS, but he has the DRS. I think he's not gonna make it. I don't think he's gonna get there. Already sent one. He goes round the outside, but Kilian still holding on. And now Formula Lab is also getting involved. So it seems like Kilian is holding up everyone at the moment. Now BK going around the outside. Can they keep it clean? Yes, they can. BK now have the inside for the next right-hander and is ahead. And now Formula Lab also ahead of Killian. As we will see now, BK and Formula Lab having a great battle probably through the rest of this race. So we have a lot of action until this point of the race. We are almost halfway through. And here is Vagos. Can he send one? Mida on the hard tires is not able to defend that place. Tries to go for the switchback but can't make it happen. Has a great exit though, and oh, there's a bit of contact from Vagos. He moved, I think, to the side. I think that didn't. Yeah. Ooh, goes in a bit deep. Vagos cut the corner, I think, and now Formula Lab is into P2. Absolute scenes here at Hockenheim, as Felix won not into the session, which is a pity, a massive pity. He was such a good driver and now having issues with the servers. Not great to see, not great to see. Now they are still battling and Kilian is also still in this fight. The only driver and Bodish who haven't pitted yet, so they will have to come in. Oh, he comes in right now. So Kilian coming into the pits right now. Now BK can breathe again. Max Tawan gets promoted into P4 right now, so can BK 67 fight back to Formula Lab? We saw Formula Lab last time out in Belgium crash into on the first lap, I think, but also qualified on pole then. Now will we see BK coming back at him? Not at the moment, he's a bit too far back. Very late on the brakes right there. And now Bottas has been passed by Oh, he's in the pits. Ooh, a front ring change, that's interesting to see. Formula Labs, what am I saying? Formula Talks still 0.7 of a second behind Galactic Nerd. And still there is the battle for P2 in this race, as I don't think he's gonna get there. The gap is too big at the moment, also using only 2 of his ERS. Now Bodish P11, Pocho P10. Bodish came out of the pits last lap, and now can he chase after Pocho? Pocho had a great start this race, but then had some contact in the first few laps of this race, and now he's down into P9. Miula coming into the pits, goes onto the hard tires from him. Pocho as well, so we will see a lot of drivers going to these tires, I think. And still they are battling out for second place. Oh, and there is a battle here between Pocho and Bodish, I think. Who will come in the front? It's Pocho momentarily. Now Miula, ooh, goes in a bit too deep and hits Mida at the hairpin. That was a bit an opportunistic move from Miula, but it would have been massive if he pulled that one off. But he will have to stick behind for the Couple of corners right now, goes in a bit too deep right there. Can he get it maybe into the sex curve? Ooh, has a great run. Will he go for it? Yes, he sends one to the inside. Can he hold it right on the outside? Is Mida? No, goes a bit too wide, and Mignola has that 13th place. Going back to the lead of this race, Jarno is cruising at the moment. As we will give you some nice scenes from this race. And I will shut up for a few seconds. I know you guys need that. But we're back, of course. Yeah, we never leave this commentary as we got BK67MG into the pits. Comes out on the medium tires again. So he will try to stretch them to the end. Now we go back to Mimula and Mira. Still fighting now for 12th place it is. They all go a bit wide at the exit there, but don't think there are a lot of penalties given already, so good to see. As Formula.Talks is into the pits, I think. Yes, he is. And comes out also on the mediums. So we don't see a lot of the lead riders going onto the hards. When Mida is into P2, oh, it's Das who has pitted. I don't know if he got held up by Formula.Talks there in the pit lane, because same team. We know that can be quite tricky at some moments, but I don't think he will have been held on. Ooh, and there's a battle for 3rd place in the... Oh, Max Stone has pitted, okay. I'm overhyping this a lot. Now we still have this battle for 2nd place, and also Formula Lab has gained quite a lot on Jarno already, so he's now only 2.4 seconds off. So where can he finish? As we know, Formula Lab, great driver. Okay, so we are back at the Grand Prix right now. Formula Lab still 2.6 seconds right now. I think he lost a bit of time the previous sector. Not sure about that, but also BK now 2.4 seconds behind Formula Lab, so it will be interesting to see who comes out on top. Now, will we see a change for 12th place in this race with Mida and Days going at it? As we have the ghosting car of NLP. No other battles going on at the moment, of course. Goes in pretty cautious into turn 1, which is pretty smart, not to pick up any penalties. Now, can he get the exit? Mida going a bit too deep, I think, in turn 2. Formula Lab now, fastest lap of this race, a 1:14.4. As we see Dates going past Mida, but can Mida defend? I don't think so, he's passed already. So Mida will have to stay behind, or can Days build a gap? He will definitely try so, as we know from him. As we also see the two Williams of SXW catching up to Hardstyle Mini. Oh, and there is Max Tawan right behind Killian, and he gets past. Max Tawan is past Killian now. Can he fight back? No, he can't. Oh, Killian is. He is fighting back, but Max Tawan stays in that fourth place of him. We will stick to this battle as Killian tries to go rally outside, but loses its front left tire. Ooh, gets a nice exit, but has to hold. Killian already on these hard tires. They're going for the one-stop strategy, I think, at least. Max Tawan two-stop strategy on the mediums right now, so he is on the faster tire, but we will see that change towards the end of the race. 10 laps to go now in this race. Jarno still in the lead, as we have Formula Lab gaining pretty fast on him. Only 1.4 seconds separate them, as we have BK67MG in P3, Max Tawan P4, Killian P5, Galactic Nerd P6, El Pocho P7, Borish P8, Formula.Talks P9 and Capetti P10. So that is the top 10 for now. Formula Lab now gaining pretty damn fast on Jarno. When can he line up for his move? I am pretty excited though, I'm not going to lie. Oh, and there is Killian still behind Max Tawan, so wasn't able to get past at the back straight. Now Borish. What can he do? Overtake mode engaged. Can he catch up to Pocho? Yes he can, but can he gain fast? Nobody sends it. No, he doesn't send it. I was thinking for a send, but that would have been crazy. As there is a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. Where is that happened? I think here with Capetti, but I think I'm too late, sorry. Now going back to the battle for the lead of this race. Formula Lab, he does have a DRS. Jarno in P1. Formula Lab takes the inside line of the corner, is gaining pretty fast. Easy. Can he send one? No, he was thinking about it, but he couldn't. Only 4 tenths now separate these two drivers, Jarno and Formula Lab. 2 stops, both on the mediums. Tires, both the same age, 4 laps old. So it will be interesting to see who comes out on top right here. Now also, Formula.Talks catching up to the back of Bottas. I always want to say Bottas, but yeah, it's not the same, of course. Now, Formula.Talks, can he send one? Or he just go past? Yeah, it's a pretty easy pass for Formula.Talks. And can Bottas fight back? No. He will stay behind Formula.Talks up into P8 of this race. As there is a crash of Capetti, and can we see a replay of that maybe? No, not a replay of course, but his car stranded somewhere. No? No? Okay. Or was it at the first corner maybe? I haven't seen some yellow flags, so... No, nothing happened right there. Now Formula.Talks right behind Poncho, as we see Formula Lab and Jarno wasn't able to get past at the straight, but he will be right on his tail the next lap. Going back to Formula.Talks, when he's passed, Poncho is into the pits. Now Borish, can he fight back from his P8 to Formula.Talks? Ooh, a bit of lock up there from Formula.Talks. Now Borish, can he gas a run on him? Overtake mode enabled. DRS wide open. Will we see a change for the P7 right here? I don't think we will. No. Borish stays behind him for now. Now going back to this amazing 2 drivers into the 1 and 2 of this race. We have still a Jarno in the lead, but how long? How long can he hold that place? P1 at the moment, and now hot lap mode for Formula Lap. Into the slipstream he goes to the inside, but Jarno gives him a squeeze, but he is past. Can Jarno fight back? I don't think he can. It's great defending there from Formula Lap, and he will be in front as he is braking. I don't understand this. Oh, there's a virtual safety car. And there is a drive-through penalty for Formula.Talks. Also got the drive-through penalty last time out. And there is Vagos. Can we have a better image of that maybe? I was thinking, why are they driving so slowly, but it's a virtual safety car, so that explains that, of course. The car is already gone, so we won't see a lot of that. Now, virtual safety car, when will it end? I think it's ended right now, as we go racing again, or not. Ooh, there is contact. Ooh, there is massive contact, and Formula Lap is in the wall, and Jarno is back into P1 of this race. Absolute drama here on lap 28 of this Grand Prix. Jarno back in the lead of this race, but I think he has some massive from the front ring damage from that, which we will see right here. Oh no, it's only his front left end plate, I think, yeah. But he does have some damage. Will that allow BK to get closer on him? 2.9 seconds now, 3.1 seconds is the gap. Can he gain fast enough towards the end of the Grand Prix, or will Jarno go into the pits? I also think some big damage for Formula Lap from that. Yes, also a front ring damage, as we will see him go wide in these couple of corners with the damage. Keeps it onto the track, pretty nice actually. But Max Tawan now gaining very fast, but will he go into the pits? I think he will. No, he stays out. So Formula Lap stays out, Max Tawan now right behind him. As we see, BK also gained quite a lot of time on Jarno, so the front ring damage really playing its part right now. Now, Max Tawan sent it right on the outside. Can Formula Lap defend? He still has the inside, Max Tawan right on the outside, can get a move done. But now, coming into the next straight, Formula Lap has the DRS once again on him, into hot lap mode, into the slipstream, goes to the inside, and that will be again a P3 for Formula Lap as he goes defensive into the hairpin. Now will we see another position swap here for Desami Mula? Nope, I don't think we will at this moment. Max Tawan still right behind Formula Lap, of course struggling with that front ring damage. Locks up front left tire. As El Pocho sets the new fastest lap, is a 1:13.5, a great lap from him. Where can he finish? He's only 2.3 seconds behind Formula.Talks. As we go back to the fight for the lead, it's BK and Jarno. Who can come out on top of that battle? I think it will be BK, because Jarno of course has the front ring damage. How close this guy is coming, it's incredible. There he comes. Maybe now, if he really waits, he will wait for the next straight, I think. Jarno pretty much struggling right now with his damage. And this hands BK actually the win for this race. And there he goes to the outside. Can Jarno defend? Going still side by side into the hairpin. What can they do? Ooh, he locks up, and there is contact. There is contact between the two as the McLaren goes round the outside. But the Red Bull keeps this place, diving into the slipstream. Now is the McLaren again. Can he get past now into the next couple of corners in front of the Mercedes Grandstand? He sends one to the inside, and Jarno is back into the lead of this race. Great move there in front of the Mercedes-Benz Grandstand. And now BK, can he fight back? No, not yet. Ooh, goes for the switchback. Jarno has to go a bit wide. BK now run the outside. Jarno sticks to the inside. There's a bit more connect. Jarno still in the lead of this race. As we see Max Tawan very close behind Formula Lap. Can he get that last podium position? Ooh, and there Jarno going wide. It's BK. Ooh, giving him a big squeeze is Jarno. Now into the first corner. Can they keep it together? Yes, they can. Jarno still in the lead of this race, defending for his life, is he? Wow. Now BK, what can he do? BK now into slipstream. Ooh, chooses the left hand side. Jarno of course going to squeeze him, but can he defend? Oh, I think he's passed. I think he is. Ooh, and he sends one. Jarno sends a late one, and ooh, the switchback of dreams from BK67MG. Oh wow, what a move. And Max Tawan also into P3 right now. So Formula Lab has lost a place to him. Now, can Jarno keep up with BK? With the front wing damage, of course, it's not going to be easy. He's going wide already. 0.6 of a second. Formula Lab still very close to Max Tawan as well. As I think we now know the winner of this race already, unless there are any crashes or something like that as well. But as we see, Jarno pretty much struggling with this damage. I think Max Tawan will catch up to him as well. Only 3 laps to go now in this race. Here we are again. Now we will see Pocho right behind Formula.Talks through this next lap. I think only 1 second separates them. Can he get the DRS at the back straight? I think he will, because he already has now. He is pretty close to Formula.Talks P8, the battle for P8. Formula.Talks versus El Pocho. Who can get it? Pocho chucks it into high ERS mode, into the slipstream with the DRS. But Formula.Talks also picking up a cheeky bit of DRS from the back marker of NLP with the ghosting car as well. So Formula.Talks, ooh, goes in too deep, and now Pocho has the inside, but can Formula.Talks defend? Yes, he can. As we see, ooh, a big battle for P2. As I told you, Max Tawan caught up to Jarno as well. Can he snatch a P2 spot right here? Max Tawan now going into slipstream, going to the right side of the road. Jarno now defending for his life in that McLaren. Can he send one again to the inside? I don't think he will. No. Max Tawan will keep that second place for now, as he will now try to catch up to BK, who is into the almost final sector of this lap, and then we'll start the last lap of this race. Will we see some great battles here with El Pocho now again right behind Formula.Talks? Can Formula.Talks defend El Pocho on the soft tires? Of course. 3-stop strategy, not a strategy actually, but Formula.Talks tried weaving across the track and now coming together into the braking zone. Can Talks defend it? I think he will, to the inside, but Pocho will have the better exit and gets in front of Formula.Talks. But ooh, Formula.Talks has a great exit and now gets back into the P8 position. And Pocho tries to go around the outside, which is pretty hard right there. So Formula.Talks still into P8 of this race. Now Formula Lab has caught up to Jarno as well. He's in within 1 second in this final lap. Can he gain 1 spot to get on the podium positions? Oh, Jarno goes in too deep. Formula Lab is all over the back of him right now. As we see Pocho now, and we will go to the leader of this race onto this final lap. And the final lap of this 50% race again here at Hockenheim, Germany. As we see BK, can he bring it home into P1? I think he will. through the last section of corners. There he comes through the last corner right now. Yes, there he is, onto the main straight to win this Hockenheim Grand Prix. BK67MG wins in Germany. Oh no, it's Max Tawan who wins on penalties. Max Tawan wins the race on penalties and Jarno gets P3 ahead of Formula Lab. Now coming to Kilian, who has done a great race, going into P5. P5, ladies and gentlemen. From, I think, let's see, position change 6 from P11 on the grid, ladies and gentlemen, to P5, and Max Tawan from P7, I think, on the grid to P1. Great race from him. Look at his damage on Kilian. Oh my god, what has he done? Now across the line it will be Formula.Talks who keeps his spot against Pocho, so he managed to hold on to that place. And now Mula is one of the last actual drivers to come across the line in this race in P10. What a race it's been. Very entertaining, a lot of pretty weird moments also, but yeah. The win goes to BK. No, not to BK, Max Tawan, I mean, sorry. There they come out of the podium. Max Tawan in the Alfa Romeo, ahead of BK, of course, in the Red Bull, and Jarno in the McLaren. A shame from the damage on the cars of Formula Lab and Jarno, because they were having such a nice battle and then that happened, so. But we had a great race, so I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks you all for tuning into this race, Formula.Talks GP. As we will go over the top 10 once more, it's Max Tawan who won the race, BK who comes home in second place with a bit of penalties, I think 1 from 3 seconds, then Jarno P3, Formula Lab P4, Kilian P5, Galactic Nerd P6, Buddish P7, Formula.Talks P8, El Pocho P9 and me Mula P10. That will do it for this race. Thank you all for watching and I will see you next time. Peace.